Good morning. I'm meteorologist Kevin Smith coming to you from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Pocatello, Idaho, with your weather hazard briefing for Sunday, October 1st. Really have two key points here looking over the next few days, two different patterns, if you will. First, as we've been advertising for quite some time now, a storm system is here. For some of you, it began yesterday. For the rest of you, it's starting early this morning. Cooler and wetter conditions are expected for today into Monday as well as Tuesday. Now, out of this, the most widespread activity as far as showers and a few thunderstorms and some rain will lift north across the area this morning. Will start to become a little more scattered in nature, scattered in coverage this afternoon, and that's when we'll toss a few thunderstorms into the mix as well. And we'll see some at least showery on and off activity again continuing through Monday and Tuesday. Now, there is hope on the horizon. If you're not a fan of the cooler and wetter weather, drier and warmer conditions should start building into the region on Wednesday and beyond. So looks like high pressure will be moving in. We'll be kicking the storm system off to the east. As we do so, though, we're going to lose the cloud cover, and that's going to lead to a couple really cool mornings here. So frost may be with us on Wednesday and Thursday mornings for portions of the region. We'll look at those temperatures here in just a moment. Okay, weather risk outlook here, breaking it all down here over the next 5 days and by geographic area. Again, we're holding with yellow, generally minor risks. Out of this system, we're not expecting severe weather. We're not expecting any organized flood threat out of this. Again, showers, areas of rain, a few thunderstorms this afternoon, going to be the order of the day here for all of our different areas here in our forecast area. As we inch into Monday and Tuesday, showers continue. Be a little more hit and miss out there compared to the organization of some of the rainfall today, but we're going to be holding on to the same storm system through Tuesday, and then finally we break out on Wednesday and Thursday here. You can see, other than the Snake Plain and Eastern Magic Valley, we're going to have drier conditions moving in. Again, some morning frost potential in our main agricultural corridor here. Again, look at those temperatures here in just a moment. Satellite loop this morning, quite a bit of cloud cover. No surprise there as the low pressure system is inching toward our region coming out of Nevada. It'll be with us today. It'll be with us tomorrow. It'll be inching off to the east, but still providing showers on Tuesday. So expect much more in the way of clouds and much less is in the way of breaks of sunshine here over the next several days. Again, no watches, warnings, or advisories in effect. So good news there. Generally a beneficial or nuisance rainfall for the region. And again, any snowfall that we see out of this will hold very high in elevation, particularly up across the central mountains and particularly above pass level. Here's low temperatures as you head out this morning. Nothing too crazy here. Very similar to what we saw yesterday morning. Lots of 40s dominating for most of southeast Idaho. Some cooler readings in places, of course, like Copper Basin and Stanley. A few spots in Lemhi County as well. And then as we head toward this afternoon, it will be noticeably cooler. This is our first day where we're really taking a decent chunk off those high temperatures under this low pressure system. Might be able to pull off 60 or 61 here up the I-15 corridor. This is actually inched up just a couple degrees in the forecast, but that's about the best we're going to do. Readings, as you can see here, in the 50s for just about all of the rest of our population centers, maybe 60 as well down in Preston and Malad, and of course a bit cooler at higher elevations. Severe weather outlook today, just a general risk of thunderstorms. There shouldn't be enough instability. We're dealing with a lot of cloud cover. We're dealing with cooler temperatures. And then just looking at the rest of the dynamics of the storm system, I think things are going to be held pretty well in check today. So certainly some heavier downpours, some lightning strikes. If we get a really good cell going, it's not hard to get some pea-sized hailstones out of storms out here in our region. But generally, severe weather should not be a major issue today. So let's walk through some general trends here as we go over the course of the day as far as the rainfall is concerned. And we're going to kick things off here at 7 a.m. this morning. This is just what one model thinks the radar may look like over the course of the day, so we can pull some general trends and ideas out of this. So as we kick things off, this corridor from pretty close to Pocatello and Malad to the northwest, up across the Eastern Magic Valley into the Central Mountains, really going to be favored for the steadiest precipitation, possibly kind of a moderate duration rainfall here as this zone or band sets up this morning. A little more showery or even leaning dry here for a few hours as you work to the north and east up the rest of the Snake Plain into Island Park and over toward the Wyoming border. As we inch forward to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, You can see this general area of rain lifting to the north, kind of becomes more of an east-west zone of precipitation here, continuing to affect the Central Mountains, possibly the Eastern Magic Valley, starting to ride up into the mid to upper Snake here, also over toward Driggs and Caribou County. 11, noon, 1 o'clock. We continue to push that band of precipitation north, a lot of it up into Montana, and we turn our attention further south. You can see there are some breaks in here. I think just about everybody has a shot to see kind of a mix of showery periods and dry periods today. And as you look down to the south here, Burley, Malad, Soda Springs, the Southern Highlands region here, we start to see a few more scattered showers and even a few thunderstorms developing by early afternoon. So again, that push of more organized rainfall generally lifting to the north over the course of the day. You can see some of the most persistent activity all day long here out toward the western central mountains and to the north of Boise. And then more showery, broken activity here developing in the south as we get into the afternoon. Now, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, we continue that trend. Hit and miss showers and storms for most of our local forecast area, and certainly you can see some of these do look like thunderstorms. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, we continue to lift north, may see some relative lull in activity here, returning across portions of the southern and eastern highlands, maybe into the Snake Plain, but still some showers out there as well. It's going to be one of those days where you're going to want to keep an eye on the radar. It's hard to really declare any sort of long duration dry period for any given location. Certainly if you're going to be out and about or looking for periods without rainfall, you want to keep an eye on that radar today. And then by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock tonight, generally trending down on shower activity. We're not going to sound an all clear. There may be a hit or miss shower this evening, even into the overnight, but should also be a relative lull for most areas before we see a little bit of a reinvigoration of some shower activity again tomorrow. And we'll see that again Tuesday as well. Speaking of Monday and Tuesday, here's your high temperatures. Monday over here on the left, Tuesday over here on the right. They look very similar. Lots of 50-degree readings here across the region. Salmon, maybe 60 for a high temperature. One of the warmer spots on Monday here, and over to Tuesday, we may see one or two of those 60-degree readings in the Eastern Magic Valley. Driggs, 47 on Tuesday. So again, 50s are going to dominate for most population centers here across the region underneath this low pressure system. Now, as we start to kick that system off to the east, we'll have to see how the cloud cover evolves. If we can move some of those clouds out, we're going to see a couple really effective mornings for cooling here. Wednesday is going to be our first candidate for that. Over here on the left, these are our forecast low temperatures on Wednesday morning, 34 or so for Du Bois, 32 down here toward INL and Arco. So you can certainly see portions of our main corridor here, our agricultural corridor from the Eastern Magic Valley up the Snake Plain. We have some decent coverage of temperatures getting quite close to freezing in our current forecast for Wednesday morning. Certainly mountain areas here, you can see much colder temperatures cropping up in a few spots as well. Like we've said before, this main corridor here from the Eastern Magic Valley up the Snake Plain is where we look to issue possible frost advisories or freeze warnings. So do keep that in the back of your mind starting Wednesday morning if you have vegetation that does need to be protected. Over here on the right, high temperatures Wednesday afternoon, starting to inch up a little bit. We'll get some upper 50s holding on, but also some low 60s starting to creep in here across the Eastern Magic Valley, the Raft River, possibly to Pocatello and Blackfoot as well. Chalice, currently forecasting 64 up there in the valley as well. And then as we inch ahead to Thursday, very similar for low temperatures over here on the left. Again, maybe even a better chance of having clear skies, not having a lot of residual cloud cover Thursday morning. And you can see forecast temperatures very close to freezing. Once again, particularly for the central and northern Snake Plain, Arco Desert, Craters of the Moon. And over here on the right, we do increase those temperatures a bit. Remember, we have high pressure finally coming back into the picture here behind the storm, and we will see a slight warming trend that will begin Wednesday and certainly continue Thursday into Friday as well. So that's what we're looking at. Again, cooler, wetter conditions, showery conditions. Watch that radar for today into Monday and Tuesday. And then as we break into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week, high pressure starting to bring drier and warmer conditions to southeast Idaho. That's it for your hazard briefing this morning. We're here 24/7. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, information is down here at the bottom of this slide. Everyone have a great Sunday.